Well, hello. Today I'm going to do a video on a friend of mine by the name of Daniel. He's going to talk about his gardening system, his compost system, and his experience with red wigglers. So stay tuned and I will let Daniel give me the tour of his environment. Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with this garden.
Oh, I live in Forest City, and I guess I work at Winnebago, and this is kind of and then what I've been thinking of doing for quite a few years. At my last place, I actually built one similar to this, except I used bricks, and it just was really hard to place the bricks in there and then keep them flat over the years and stuff like that. So I moved to this place. I thought, well, I'm going to form up cement and make beds with cement. So what I did is I put 2x4s all the way around, and then I put the 2x4s in the center for so I didn't have cement where the beds are, and then I put tubing underneath the cement so I could hook up water, and then I brought up a line into each bed, and then I put valves in each bed so that I can turn each bed on and off if I needed to water it. So I framed it up. I had a couple buddies come and we poured it, and then took the 2x4s out, and then it just went up. After I took the 2x4s up, I was able to put the 2x6s in for the beds, and it just formed perfectly, and just stuck a bit. It was just was like it was supposed to go that way.
That's cool. So did you have a blueprint or you just had a vision?
I had a vision, basically just a vision. So underneath the beds is just a natural dirt from the land, and this used to be a farmland here, and it's when they dug the house, when they got down for the foundation, it was all dirt all the way down. So I know this area here has a lot of dirt underneath. So so I know that, you know, when I till in for the beds, that I still have all that good dirt below it.
That's good. That's good. So give us a tour of everything. Tell me what you got going on.
Okay, I rotate every year, and the reason I rotate is basically for the tomato plants. I started out on the first bed with my tomato plants.
So the tomato plants are in here?
No, my tomatoes are right here.
Oh, the tomatoes are right here.
So this is the 4th year I'm over here.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is for blight. Last year everybody got hit with blight. I don't think it was anybody could stop it here in Forest City. Every plant that I saw in Forest City that was a tomato plant was just yellow.
So what is blight? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Blight is where a moisture fungus gets on your plant, and then it just kind of takes over and just kills the whole plant.
Okay.
You can kind of see maybe some leaves here that are on the ground here. You want to pull these off because it's starting, you know, because they're down by the moisture, and then it will just take over that whole plant.
Okay.
And I'm thinking it was a wind blight last year.
Okay.
But with the tomato plants, that's the only thing that I don't keep out of all the, you know, that I don't compost is the tomato plant. I take that when the season's done, and I get rid of it. I get it off the property.
Okay, because you think it'll probably infect everything else, like a virus or something, kind of?
It takes I think it's 20 below zero for 7 days to kill the blight in the soil.
Man.
So that's why I rotate it. So that, you know, I got 3 years of winters to kill the blight that's in the soil.
Okay.
From the tomato plants.
That's awesome.
And so then you get it on the new bed, and then you hopefully don't get that blight again.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah. So that's why I rotate every 4 years.
Okay.
So then I got my beans down there, my cucumbers, and my cabbage.
So these
I'll
are,
can a lot of make sauerkraut.
oh, you
My
kraut.
cabbage.
So you like the kraut?
Yeah, my cabbage is really growing fast this year.
I know they're nice sized
Yeah,
cabbages.
I think they're gonna
Wow.
turn out good. Everything's growing fast.
That's good.
Cucumbers, I just put my fence up last week, and they're, my cucumbers are only this high, and they just took off with this heat.
Okay.
And I got deer problems. I got a deer coming and eating my beans, so I've kind of replanted, getting my beans up. But he likes the young beans, and he'll come and you can probably see some of these areas where he took and ate. But looks like they're getting tall enough now where he's not bugging them. But what I use is a John Deere drip system. And I hook up to it's a John Deere T-tape drip system is what it's called.
T-tape.
It's John Deere T-tape.
John Deere T-tape.
Yep.
Okay.
T-tape. So then I can, I got my valves, and if I want to water, I can shut each bed off. Like let's say I don't need water in my cucumbers. I can shut that bed off, and I won't have to water that. Or if I just want to get some good water on my tomatoes, I can shut everything off and water my tomatoes.
So your plants, did you start from seeds or were they already plants?
I do, except my tomatoes and my cabbage.
Okay.
My beans and cucumbers are seeds.
I tried to grow stuff this year from seeds and it all died. I must have did it too early and the frost killed everything.
I find that if I plant seeds with the cucumbers, they grow faster, they take off, and the cucumbers will grow so much faster if you do seeds.
Okay.
But I set this up here. I hook a hose up to here, and then with the John Deere T-tape, you need a reducer, which I think it's 12 pounds per square inch. So it comes in like a little filter, and then you go through a reducer. And then I always, like when I set this up at the other place, and I'd always have a buddy come over when I'm watering the garden. I go on a motorcycle ride or something, I come back and the whole garden would be just soaked with water.
Oh.
So I put a timer on it.
Okay.
So if I forget about it, it shuts off, and I can let it run for an hour and a half, 2 hours with the timer. And then I added this a couple years ago, and I can take this on and off because I don't. It's just a fertilizer, so I can put in here and fertilize the garden with the T-tape
Sweet.
system. So I got a valve here where this is my inlet. I can just plug that in and then hook a hose up to it and turn it on, and it waters every bed.
So for your beds, I'm going to switch gears on you. What do you use for your bedding for like fertilizer? Do you use peat moss, compost? What do you use?
I just haul dirt in for these beds.
Okay.
It's just an Iowa dirt from a local contractor that was digging out for a pond.
Okay.
And I just got a load here. And then every year I put in like a cow manure mixture. That's just because I can get that from a farmer that has a bunch of it's bagged that he has. And then I just put like 10-10-10 or 13-13-13 on it.
I heard something about horse manure or cow manure that you should always mix it in because it keeps the dirt moisture.
Well,
is that true?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm not really sure about that. I just get that because I can get it easily.
Okay.
And then I till everything in, and then I plant it. And one of the good things about having the beds is that nobody ever walks in it. So the soil's always loose in water, and it's you get a good moisture in it. That's kind of the main thing, is you don't want to people walking in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can understand that. So what do you have over there?
Oh, I have strawberries. I'm trying to get those strawberries going.
Okay.
I really haven't had that's the strawberries over here, and then I got raspberries here.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. These are
Yeah,
raspberries.
those are the raspberries.
See, I'm still a greenhorn when it comes to
Oh.
gardening. The strawberries are here. It's got some nice sized strawberries on there.
I see I got the
Yeah, it's a
leaves
nice
in there.
size one in there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I got these raspberries from my grandma at her place. I gotta go in there and clean them out. And I haven't hooked up the drip system in this, so this is all just natural from the water that's coming. I got a tree I gotta take out of there too. I guess I could work on this bed here a little bit more.
and what's this black box here? Looks like a composting bed.
Yeah, that's I just kind of have it as a compost. So like when I take things out of the garden, I just kind of put them in the compost, and then there's not enough time for it to compost for what I've got here. 'Cause everything in the garden will go back into the beds. So like when my cabbage is done, I'll take take that bed out, and then I'll basically just dig a hole as deep as I can go with it, and then I'll throw my cabbage, and then when I'm done, and I'll put what I have in my compost and I'll cover it up, and then I'll just do that with every bed, and then everything goes back into the beds.
Okay.
And I'll put, like vegetables and stuff like that from the grocery store that I don't use to compost too, and that will go back into the beds. But everything goes back in except the tomato plants.
Well, your garden looks nice.
Well, thank you.
Now I got to ask you a question about red wigglers. You used to have red wigglers, I hear. We talked a little bit.
Yeah.
Used to have them. And tell me what you liked about them, what you didn't like. Just feedback for the viewers. If you're new, listen to these points because I'm getting information. This is going to help everyone that's watching this video.
Yeah, I've had red wigglers. I tried them. Basically, I found out that you have to have them in the house. When it gets too cold, they get dormant and they don't produce a lot.
Yep.
At the right temperature, they'll just go crazy. You'll go through beds. I just had the box system, and I would change it out every month, and I would have so much compost from the castings from the wigglers. At right temperatures, because I had them in my garage at the time, and then it got really hot, like 90, and it just wiped them out, just killed them.
Where did you keep them from the heat? Within the garage, the base?
I just had them in the garage. I really didn't want to bring them in the house because there were bugs and stuff in there.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And that's what I did. So I just put them all into the garden, and then just basically just put them in the garden so that they could go on their own in the garden. I don't know if they all made it or not. I just kind of got rid of them just because of in the summer, it's just too hot for them. If you're in the garage or outside or something like that.
Yeah. So if your wife or your husband or your spouse allows you, sneak them in the house and keep them in the basement, because that's what I did. Don't tell my wife I told you guys this, viewers, but I had to sneak them in because I lost 2,000 worms because they froze to death. And in the Midwest, it gets so cold.
They'll multiply every month. They'll double every month if you have the right conditions. And I had them in the house for a year and had them in the garage, and I just didn't want to keep them in the house.
I can understand that.
So with the right conditions, they can just produce so much compost.
So tell me about pumpkins. You said you used to feed them pumpkins?
I did. They they just devoured pumpkins and squash and stuff like that when they were producing good. But you still got to put your paper and stuff like that in there because they need that paper, and then they need the vegetables too. But yeah, they just devoured the pumpkins.
I think it's cool though, because I did a video previously with Quincy and Chad, and we talked to Daniel, and he said he had red wigglers. And I'm like, we got to talk about this, and he's kind of shy being on camera, and I'm glad that he took the time out to actually get out of his comfort zone to make this video. So, do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't know. Do you have any other questions?
How long have you been a gardener?
Oh, when I was in grade school, I was a closet gardener because I didn't want my friends to know I gardened. So then I came out, you know, when I had my own house. And
Yeah.
I was older.
But think about it now. They like to eat. Growing up, fruits,
Yep.
vegetables is like,
Yep.
yeah, it's part of life. You have to have someone that's going to do the crops and stuff like that. So I thank you for being a gardener, you know. Because, yeah, there are some guys out there that are mean bullies and stuff. But, hey, everyone doesn't have to be a jock to be successful. We all have different passions. So for you guys that were kind of mean to my boy Daniel, we forgive you. So we're going to move on.
Too.
What's that?
I was a jock, too.
He was a jock.
Yeah. But I garden.
So, yeah, he did a little gardening and
But
did
this-
some jockage.
But this is kind of my invention. This was just evolving through years. Thinking, what can I do? I found the T-tape system, and once I saw that, then I thought, well, I can put them in my beds, and it just evolved. And then when I moved here, it just evolved to the cement and put the lines. You should have heard my buddies laugh at me when I told them what I was doing. They're like, "You're gonna do what?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put cement and put cement around the garden. I can be out here in the rain and don't even get muddy.
Wow.
I can be out here anytime.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Be in the garden.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Not in the beds and stuff like that.
Because most people put like gravel down or something like that, or some rocks. But yeah, concrete's a definite go-to if you can afford it. If it's in your budget, really
I
good.
did it myself, so it really wasn't, you know. I don't think it was all that expensive, but
Poochie woochie. But he did a great job. I like the layout of everything. It's got a little fountain going. It's relaxing.
yeah, I just built that this year. I'm still working on the.
We'll take a browse at that.
I'm still working on the. Yeah, some weeds I gotta get out of there, but I planted some wildflowers in there. And what I want is I just want the wildflowers to take over. I don't want to have to deal with it. With weeds and stuff, whatever grows in there grows in there.
I hear you. It's relaxing. Listen to that. This thing about gardening, it's so relaxing. It stinks to have to get things prepped up, but once you maintain it, everything goes smoothly. So Daniel, I'd like to say thank you personally for taking your time out to do this video. It means a lot, like I said, for you to step out of your comfort zone and to do this. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And tell Daniel, give him an attaboy in the comments. I want to say thank you guys. You guys have a great day. Bye.